I mean, I guess you could do that way. That would definitely be a tearjerker. And our good scenes don't make it confusing, and your novel will not be cheesy. Hello, thank you for joining me today. And right in this video, I am giving you the general tips on how to write a romance novel. This is such a huge category, so I'm giving you the most important things, and that way your novel will not be cheesy at the end of this video. Welcome to my channel. This is The Busy Writer's Life. I give writing advice and wellness advice because I think that's crucial to your entrepreneurship or your business or your self-attitude or whatever. I think your diet and life habits absolutely influence that. So to get more on that info, click the subscribe button so that way you can learn even more besides just this simple topic. Now let's just get into it. One of the most important things you need to do, one, is do not make the romance relationship, do not make that the only thing that goes on in the novel, even if the main genre you have is a romance novel. Because if you think about it in real life, your significant other is not the only sole thing in the world. Billions of other people and thousands, billions of hobbies to do that your significant other might not be into. And so you have to have a life outside of that, and your character should have that as well, which actually leads me right into number 2. Have your characters need to have individualities, and they need to have their own thing and their own life, and that will lead into subplots that have nothing to do with the romance novel. They should have friends, job, those are just examples. They may not have a job. That might be the main problem. What I mean by character individuality, they need to be good characters by themselves. They should not need the other character that they're going to be with to be good characters. That does not mean they're good people. That just means they're grounded and can be well connected to. And I have videos on how to name your characters, how to make good personalities, and how to describe your characters correctly all over the place. That should be popping up, so that way you're not lost on that. I have individual nitty-gritty stuff into that. You need to remember the main thing that I'm going to mention here. Remember what they wanted out of life before they met that person. And of course, in a novel, even if it's not romance, the character should change somehow. Learn a lesson, even if it's not for the best. Sometimes it's not. But they need to change somehow. Maybe with the romance being the main plot line, that person changes them, but it's still, if it's a healthy relationship, should not be the sole thing that happens. Number 1 and 2 mixed up. Number 3, make us wait before you kiss, or make us wait before the proposal comes. Okay, don't smack it in chapter 3, even though kissing scenes and all those romantic scenes are fun to write because they are one of my favorite things to write. Don't get carried away, and don't put it too quickly, because if you actually make us wait, it could end up being some sort of cliffhanger that makes us continue to read your book solely for us to want to see if they actually end up working out. If you do that, the little things become much more significant. Like if you make it to where they first start holding hands in chapter 7, we'll start to be like, oh my gosh, they touched hands and it meant something. And it will start to actually be more significant, and that will actually make your book more interesting. So just have some patience on there. But at the same time, do not let us down. Okay, you need to, if you're wanting us to be hooked onto this relationship, make things happen that makes us excited. So at the end of the book, have there be one kiss. That's how your story goes. Maybe they break up before, but I don't know how exactly you're planning it out. You can pretty much do whatever you want with it, unless you're traditional publishing. When you are writing the individual scenes, think about where are they realistically in their relationship at this moment, and what would people do when they are in that, what would real people do when they're in that position with that kind of relationship. If they're strangers, I was about to say most people, but that is changing. People would not start making out on the street. I am actually kind of asking for someone to do is, the first love interest they have in the book does not have to be their husband-wife soulmate. Breakups are a thing, and you break up with your soulmate and people you are in love with for countless of reasons. okay? Every person has their flaws, and sometimes other people can't handle those flaws. And your character should have flaws. I've actually have never read a breakup scene to where it was permanent. I never have. I have read breakup scenes, but they end up getting back together, or the breakup was because one of them died. I mean, I guess you could do that way. That would definitely be a tearjerker. And our good scenes, well, everyone dies, but not everyone. That's not the sole reason why people break up. And then that kind of almost is like with love triangles. I don't like love triangles, but there are millions of people who disagree with me. So if you want to do a love triangle, just don't make it confusing. And I, of course, say just have one, but I'm one out of a billion. That's why I don't have a lot of advice on there. If you want me to put advice on love triangles, then let me know, because I will. I'm just not going to because I don't like it. But I promise you I will. This is the last one, and kind of with characters themselves, nothing is perfect. Guess what? In a relationship, they annoy each other. They don't want to see each other all the time. They're like, oh my, can't believe you chew like that, depending on what you make them. And so they argue. A healthy relationship argues. They argue with each other. Now, it should not be abusive unless that's a twist in your book. I suggest you teach the reader to have a healthy relationship as a theme, so that way the relationship is a domestic or unhealthy in some sort of way. Just from my own moral standards, I'd say teach the reader to not put up with that. But you know what? It's your book. Do whatever you want. But don't make it to where every time they see each other, everything is better. Now, they should have some sort of attraction towards one another. And if you want me to put videos on all the specifics on how to write the individual, like kissing scenes, how to build chemistry, then let me know, because I will. And I love writing that. Not love triangles, but that. And I will absolutely be more than happy to get that. Just let me know if it's worth my while to make a video on. So that's my little general spiel. I basically posted this just out of the blue because it is currently the trending topic that everyone's asking for. There are a lot of people who are searching for that in the YouTube and Google engine at this moment. I don't know why, but that's why I made one. To get to you guys and answer your questions before anyone else. Thanks for watching. Of course, go check out the rest of my stuff. I have videos on developing characters that I will send you off to. And I mentioned something about traditional publishing and saying how you have the control. If you just learned that, pretty much do whatever you want with it, plus your traditional publishing. I suggest that you go see my traditional publishing versus self-publish video, because that will teach you a lot in the path that you're taking. I'm a self-published author, so this is a self-published author giving this advice with romance. Just thought I'd put that out there because it's a little bit important. Merry Christmas. In case you can't see my flashing screen that's turning white and yellow all the time, guessing it's these lights because they're flashing. But Merry Christmas to everyone, and I should have a recipe coming out for your sweet tooth in this Christmas holiday, so you can remain your healthy self without going too far over the edge this holiday. So, and make your New Year's resolution easier, because I will also be putting another wellness video. So just keep in check and subscribe, so that way you will get notified when those important videos do come up. I'm not going anywhere.